I did this, Stervey. I'm going to submit my submission for the final challenge, and I'm going to use some of the screenshots here to share. So I'm going to share on this. Let's see. Okay. All right. So my name is Stervey. I'm from Singapore. I used to be working in a corporate environment for MNCs for over 30 years, and have a like MD position for about 12 years. So I'm quite corporately driven for many years itself. Then things happened to me. And then I went into unemployment for 5 years due to 2008 financial crisis, and that was the biggest impact in my life because I was a very high flyer then. But then, things goes bad. Yeah, so we went down south, and at the end of the day, I was incarcerated for over 3 years. But that was my best years of my life. Because I discovered my purpose in life, and was when I came out from incarceration in 2016, I spent 6 years of learning and training and self-development where I am today. So my interest has been always been self-awareness, about leadership, mindset, and transformation, because I enjoyed a lot of that. Initially, I didn't know why, but I think through the path, I finally discover why I'm into this space itself. So basically, currently, I'm still a facilitator and trainer, but I wanted to be a little bit more than that. Yeah. So basically, this is where I am today. So what was my limiting beliefs and my challenge before my parts, right? Self-confidence behind performer again. I used to be the top salesperson for Seagate as the top number one top 1% sales globally. I enjoyed a lot those days, things that I used to do. But I guess my 8 years of challenges kind of cover a lot of stuff for me. So I want to go back to where I was. So I wasn't sure that my pathway was right for the last 3-4 years. So that was struggling for me the last 5 years in pursuing my life. And I wasn't really understanding myself very much in depth in terms of my spirit and my mind. I know what I want to do. I know what it is required, but there's still something like Dato says, something that's stuck somewhere, right? I just wanted to clear that so that I can fly. So I just needed some clearance from there, and basically what's my future and my direction moving. That's the reason why I did achievement with Dato. Now with Bazi, I kind of wanted to do a little bit more, and what did I learn, and how do I overcome it? So based on what I have when I came in here, I was totally a newbie in Bazi. I mean, I'm interested in Bazi, but because I wasn't good in my Chinese, so I did big Bazi. I taught numerology, but numerology doesn't give me a lot in depth. So it's the reason why I came back to Bazi, and when Tato has this in English, I taught it out. So what I've learned is I kind of understand the fundamentals of Bazi much better, which always interests me because I wanted to know how it really works. And I begin to understand more of myself when they have a lot of integration of the elements, the stems, the hour, the year, and how that really works. And I get fascinated in that sense. And then when Dato kind of gave us about whether we have the celestial or the Tai Chi nobleman, and I was very excited because I have both. Yeah, so basically it shows that I have talents and gifts to kind of learn metaphysics, and then I have that in my hourly and my day stamp. So I got very excited, and then when I did the role, I realized that I don't have a very specific focus, but it went across the thing went across from sniper to tank and glass, which interestingly is what I have been doing basically in teaching and stuff like that, which I've been doing the last 3-4 years. So actually I realized I can coach and I can be advisor, which I enjoyed actually sharing, right? So it kind of gave me a lot of confidence. So when I remember when Dato gave the FSA, where is my sign to move forward, and horse this year is one of the top G stuff. So I kind of wanted to push that one. And then I find it very practical when Dato gave us my potential metrics. I'm still a very corporate guy, and I'm still very systematic. So that's this kind of metrics, this kind of a bit of scientific approach makes a lot of sense for usually PMETs and stuff like that, right? So I'm still using a lot of my left brains. So I need to tweak and use a little bit more my right brain, which my mentor has been kicking my ass for. Lastly, I kind of understand still my mind. I learn what is important because it's very aligned to what I've actually going through a program now with one of my mentors. Right, so how do I overcome it? I think the Better Life model by Dato was quite interesting because I start to understand myself better. And then as a clear perspective, I kind of know who I am so that I make better choices. And hopefully with Bazi, that gives me ability to make better choices and decisions. And that's where I think when Dato says Bazi is really about self and achievement is about the decisions, I can see the alignment in that sense. So I'm actually quite excited in that sense. Being open-minded is just where I think I need to slowly put myself into, because I realize there's really no positive, no negative. Every opportunity has its problem, or every problem has opportunity, and it is so powerful in this sense, whereby I think it is where what it is. It's like it's just telling you I am. That's it. There's nothing else. It's just I am, and that gets very excited for me, and this helps me to understand a little bit more and helps me to overcome some of the things that I am actually going through. Learning to tune myself into my soul and spirit. Because since I have to give, it's just an affirmation that I can do it. It's not questions how. So I'm willing to understand how to do that in terms of the spirit and the soul alignment. And I'm going to overcome by continuing to upgrade improve myself. That's the reason why I also just signed up the Bazi Academy. And then hopefully I can learn more so that I need to overflow myself so that I can give out there, right? It's very hard to give when we are not full, right? So I think that's very important. At the end of the day, is also self-mastery in terms of different area aspects of life. I think when Dato gave the opportunities and problems and the self-mastery areas, I think it has a lot of alignment and meaning to not only just business, but or wealth or health. That is really the whole aspect of how we live life, a better life. And then lastly, I want to set up myself as a coach and speaker to play a bigger game in life. While I'm a trainer I've been training at like leadership stuff for like 10,000 people for the last 2 years. One of my mentors kicked me in the ass and says that I'm not playing a big game. I need to play a bigger game. So I think I need to move forward with this bigger game itself. So that's me. I'll share basically the writing itself, but I'll link this with the YouTube so that it kind of gives you a authenticity of what I really have, and hopefully, hopefully from here I can learn from everybody and I can contribute back to society itself. All right. So basically that's me itself. Let me just stop share. All right, I'll see you around then. Thank you.